Tom Brady and the Buccaneers beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs beat Josh Allen and the Bills for a Chiefs-Buccaneers Super Bowl. And the story of this segment is Tom Brady. But I'm going to turn it over to you, Rob.
Yeah, it was typical Tom Brady. Nothing's changed in my mind. It actually reinforced what I've been saying forever, that Tom Brady continues to be the luckiest of all time. And it doesn't mean that he didn't make any plays or he didn't play well at some point, but he's lucky. Things have always seemed to work out for him, dating back to the start of him as an NFL player with the tuck rule and when he fumbled the ball. It's just always seemed to work. Yesterday I looked and I saw a white Jameis Winston in the second half, throwing picks like they were going out of style, or more like a Brad Johnson with a superior defense that made plays, that made on a day Aaron Rodgers needed to be great. He was good, but not great. Their defense was better. And in those moments, it was able to shut them down and win the game. But again, the numbers as I look, and Brady, when I say he's lucky, 3-1 in playoff games where he's had 3 interceptions or more. Nobody would have that record. I mean, it's unheard of. Because when you give up the turnover battle and when you give the other team the ball, you're most of the time going to lose. I looked at him and I also saw like a Drew Brees in that second half, an aging quarterback who can't get the ball to the people, who basically set up the team. The Packers weren't able to cash in, but that's what I saw. And Tom Brady gets another trip to the Super Bowl. And the one time, and when people say, oh, you can't get many, there was one time I thought Tom Brady had something going. And that was with the 18-0 Patriots. That's when I thought, okay, if this guy can complete that, Randy Moss, the numbers, 50 touchdowns, that was the one year I really was like, okay, maybe Brady has something going here. But the defense didn't bail him out that day. That team averaged 35 points. Brady scored 14. Wasn't enough, and the defense wasn't able to stop Eli at the end, and they wound up losing. Tom Brady's career continues to be about defensive stops. I remember the Atlanta game, 28-3. Never scored again. The defense gave him an opportunity. That's what I see all the time, all over the place. I saw the last Super Bowl Tom Brady won. No touchdowns, 1 pick, a fumble. They stopped a 5th greatest offense ever, held them to 3 points on an 89-yard field goal. That was it. Brady didn't do much, but he got the win. And I just asked myself, if this was any other quarterback, if this was Jameis Winston yesterday in Green Bay, and he had a 73 quarterback rating, he completed 55% of his passes, he had 3 second-half picks, the headline would not read, Jameis Winston and Bucs go to Super Bowl. It would read, Bucs defense leads them to Super Bowl. Tom Brady always gets the top billing, whether he plays well or not. He played fine in the first half. He played good in the first half. He played terrible in the second half, but it doesn't matter. The defense bailed him out, and people who want to celebrate Tom Brady, that's fine. I just want people to know. I'm a rare breed in the business because I'm not a jock sniffer. I'm not one of these guys that worship athletes, and I'm not a fanboy. I'm going to call it the way I see it. No matter how much fandom or whatever people got their rooting interest, I slept like a baby last night. It doesn't matter to me who wins or loses. It doesn't, other than my own personal gain and bets that I had. But I don't root for anybody, whether people want to believe it or not. I'm not that guy. I never grew up as a Packers fan or Aaron Rodgers fan. I grew up as a Jets fan in New York as a kid. And I haven't been a sports fan since I started as a reporter at the Daily News in New York in 1986. So this was par for the course. It is what Brady has made his career and his myth on, and that's what we saw yesterday. He got another trip, another defensive situation for him to bail him out on a bad second half, and so there we go. He's on his way.
the biggest load of hogwash, of poppycock, of balderdash, of hooey that I've heard in the last 2, 3, 4 years. Rob Parker, the luck, that's old, man. It's played out. The dude has won 6 Super Bowls. He's been to 10. There is only one franchise in the entire NFL that has been to more Super Bowls than Tom Brady. Of one franchise, not player. And guess which franchise that is? New England, where he went to 10 of them. 10 of their 11 Super Bowls. My point is this. You can get lucky once. You can get lucky twice. You can get lucky 3 times. But you don't get lucky time after time after time, year after year after year. We don't say Tim Duncan was lucky, Kareem and Magic were lucky, Jordan was lucky. We don't say Derek Jeter was lucky. We never say the greatest winners in a sport are lucky, and we will not begin that today. Tom Brady is a winner. That's what you saw yesterday. You saw one quarterback who's a winner and one who ain't. One who can win here and there, but he doesn't come up big when you need him to like Tom Brady. He doesn't inspire his teammates like Tom Brady. Let me hear what Bruce Arians said about Brady after the game.
This trophy, the belief he gave everybody on this organization that this could be done. It only took one man.
One man. You like to mock the intangibles. Leadership, savvy, poise, clutch gene. Making others believe, inspiring your teammates, relatability, football IQ, always making the big play. Yes, Tom Brady struggled in the second half. But you know what? He came up big in the first half. Huge. Game was over. He capitalized when he got the opportunity. When Green Bay turned it over, 14 points off 2 turnovers. The other man, Aaron Rodgers, he couldn't. He couldn't capitalize. 3 turnovers, heck, they were like punts. They were all deep in Packer territory, and he couldn't capitalize. You knew Rodgers was going 3 and out anyway. 6 points off 3 Tampa Bay turnovers. That's the difference. Joe Montana, intangibles. Tom Brady, intangibles. So you can poo-poo it all you want, and you're right. You're darn skippy. It's about Tom Brady instead of if it was Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston don't have 6 Super Bowls. Yeah, it's going to be different. It's called a track record, a resume. And it's undeniable. It's undeniable that this dude is the GOAT. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Your turn to weigh in with Chris and Rob, the odd couple. To weigh in, is Tom Brady lucky or just good? Your turn to tell us your thoughts.
Jimmy in Tucson, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey, fellas, great to be on. Hey, normally I'm almost always Team Broussard, but I got to throw some love to Team Parker today, man. So, and also I'm a Raiders fan, so I hate Brady, but he is the GOAT. It's undeniable. But you got to understand, I think, Chris, that what Rob's saying about the luck, Brady's a legend. Nobody can deny that. But part of what makes somebody a legend is part reality and part myth. And he's got a horseshoe tucked up somewhere, man. You got to admit that. So that's part of what makes him as good as he is. You have to say he does have some luck, but, man, golly, he's good. And I hate watching him win, but, oh, he's good.
Everybody gets a little luck. Everybody gets some breaks. Everybody.
Micah in Dayton, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey guys, yeah, I love the show. I love you
Thank
guys
you.
getting at it one another. And Rob, I mean, I appreciate you. I respect everything you say about Tom, and I agree he's had some breaks here and there. But I tell you what, it comes down to this for me: it's leadership versus apathy. And the resume, I've got 20 plus years, and it's a leader of men versus someone who just he's apathetic. You see it. He shuts down. He can't rally the troops. Now I'm talking about Aaron. He misses the cut when it comes down to it. And yes, Tom got some breaks, but he is a leader. Yeah, he's turned this around in 1 year, and that is representative of the fact that he is a leader of men. So whether or not what happened on Sunday in the 60 minutes, it's not just about that day. All right? It's an entire cumulative year and everything that he's brought to the Tampa Bay Bucks. So,
Good call. He was breaking up, but very good point. Very good point.
Jawan in Colorado, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey guys, how you doing?
We are great, brother. How are you?
Oh, hanging in there. I'm gonna have to side with Rob on this, man. I think this is his first season with Tampa Bay. He handpicked that team; it's perfect. But you got to look, man. Brady played against
7-9 last year. How could that be perfect?
No, I know, but once again, you get the right quarterback. Doesn't mean he's the best quarterback of all time. I mean, he's the right quarterback for that team. But look at the teams.
Okay.
Look at the teams that he played against: Washington, the
Saints and the Green
Packers.
Bay. Three times on the road. 3 road games.
But
That's
these
happened
teams,
3 times in history. What are you talking about?
But these teams are notorious for failures and late
Oh, so
late
that's
in the
on
game.
Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees then.
Yeah, well,
They
hey,
ain't as
it's
good.
a team. It's a team. No, it's a team thing, and I think Brady got lucky there. But if you look at his performance, the guy threw 3 consecutive picks. He should have never won that
Why
game.
didn't Green Bay capitalize?
Because Green Bay stinks, and you can't put
Okay.
that on.
So
you
if
can't
they were only the number 1 seed in the NFC, but they stink now. They were only virtually most people's pick going into the playoffs, but they stink now. Stop it. I get it. Brady wasn't great yesterday. He was great in the first half. He was bad in the second half. I'm not blind, but I'm saying, like the caller said, this is the effect he can have on a team. Don't forget all this talk about luck. He took over a New England team that was 5-13 under Bill Belichick and led them to the Super Bowl immediately. Bill Belichick hasn't done jack without Tom Brady. Let's see what he does in the next few years. I still think he's a great coach, but we'll see what he does over the next decade or however long he coaches. But it ain't looked good so far.
Marty in Kentucky, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
How's it going, fellas? You okay, Rob?
I'm great. Life is good.
All right.
What's up, Marty? I'm spectacular.
You know,
I'm real
with you,
and I'm
Chris.
spectacular.
You know, I'm with you. You can't, there's not a stat book. There's not a box score for intangibles, and the man has every one of them. And the way he plays and the intelligent moves that he makes, I know he had the picks, but you also got to consider the fact that Bruce Arians wanted to punt at the end of the half, and he talked him out of it and took the shot down the field, got them 7, and they won by 5. That's making your own luck. Now, a lot of his games in the past where he's thrown 3 picks in the playoffs and won, lots of times it's after he crosses the 50-yard line, and what it's equivalent to is a punt. And Bruce Arians don't mind that style. I've been following him since he was a coordinator at Pittsburgh. He likes to chuck it once you get across that 50.
Good call, Marty. You're right. And I would have liked to seen Aaron Rodgers go to Matt LaFleur at the end of the game and be like, yo, talk him into going for it on 4th and goal. Come on. I think Brady would have. All right.